Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got the final game of this three-game series between the Tigers and the Rangers. Will the Rangers sweep the Tigers out of town, or will the Tigers finally get a win here in Texas? Leading off for the visiting Detroit Tigers, playing second base is Whitaker, batting second, playing short is Trammell, batting third, playing first base is Cash, batting fourth, playing third base it's Cabrera. Batting fifth, playing left field is Colavito. Batting sixth, playing right field is Ordonez. Batting seventh, playing center field is Granderson. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Freehan. And on the mound, batting ninth is Scherzer. And for the hometown Texas Rangers, leading off, playing center field is Rivers. Batting second, playing second is Kinsler. Batting third, playing left field is Hamilton. Batting fourth, playing first base is Palmeiro. Batting fifth, playing right field is Howard. Batting sixth, doing the catching is Rodriguez. Batting seventh, playing third base is Polanco. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Elvis. And on the mound is the Ryan Express, Nolan Ryan, batting ninth. Let's get down here to the stadium and get this game started. And to lead it off for the Tigers is Lou Whitaker, batting .259, no homers and an RBI. And on the mound is Nolan Ryan. He is making his third appearance. He's 0-2 with a 6.75 ERA. Off to a rough start is Ryan. Can he right the ship here and give Texas 3 wins in a row? Here's the pitch to sweet Lou Whitaker. And that's going to be a 13 against the righty. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Rivers. Nice catch out there by Mick. And there's one down. And now you got Alan Trammell up, batting .231 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Kinsler's up with it. Fires over the first. And there's 2 down now. Norm Cash comes up, batting .364 with a homer and 6 RBIs. That's going to be a fly ball out the right center field, and that drops in there. Howard can't get to it. And Cash is aboard here with a 2-out single. Brings up Cabrera now. 2 outs, a runner on first. And Cabrera's batting .136 with a homer and 2 RBIs. His parallel league joins us here. And that's going to be popped up. Back behind the plate, Rodriguez takes the mask off, makes the catch near the screen, and the Tigers strand 1. Top of the first, Detroit nothing. And the Rangers coming to bat with Rivers, Kinsler, and Hamilton. Rivers is batting .358 with 2 homers, 8 RBIs. Max Scherzer's third appearance. He's 1-1 with a 4.91 ERA. Here's the pitch to Mickey. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Ordonez, and that'll be out number 1. And Kinsler comes up, batting .312, no homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Trammell's up with it, fires over the first, and there's quickly 2 down. Yeah, should be lots of Ks in this game. You're right, parallel league. Hamilton's batting .371 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Max walks him. Down the first goes Hamilton, and now the Rangers got a 2-out base runner, just like the Tigers. But can they cash in on it? Palmeira's batting .292 with a homer and 7 RBIs. That's going to be popped up just like the Tigers, back behind the plate. Bill Freehan near the screen, and that'll do it. And just like the Tigers, this Rangers strand 1. We go to the top of the second in a nothing ball game. You got Colavito due up, followed by Ordonez and Granderson. And Rocky's batting for 24, folks. He is off to a terrible start, looking for his first hit of the year. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Howard makes a nice running catch and takes away Colavito's hit. And that's just the way it's been going for Rocky. He's now 0 for 25. Ordonez steps up batting .366 with 2 homers and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Rivers. So 2 up and 2 down here in the second. And Granderson's up. And Granderson's batting .391 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. And I think Hamilton's going to screw the pooch on this one, folks. Yep. And that's going to be a single and an error on Hamilton. So the runner's going to get down the second. The batter is. So now another 2-out base runner. This time he's in scoring position for old Bill Freehon. And Bill batting .350 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to shallow. Nope, that's a strike. That's Ryan's first strikeout of the game, folks. And that ends the inning. Bill goes down swinging. We go to the bottom of the second. You got Howard, Rodriguez, and Blaylock due up. And Howard's batting .242, 4 homers and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Ordonez for out number 1. Now Rodriguez comes to the plate, batting .250 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That's Mac's first strikeout of the game. 2 down here in the second. And Hank Blaylock comes up, batting .333 with 3 homers, 5 RBIs. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts. And that'll end the second. Still scoreless at the top of 3. Scherzer to lead it off, followed by Whitaker and Trammell. And you see the team replay comparisons. The Tigers are playing 500 ball, 6-6, batting .235, 312 OBP, and slugging .383 with an OPS of .695. The Rangers are 9-3, batting .276 with an on base of .322, slugging .395, and a .717 OPS. Here's the pitch to Max. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Ryan's second strikeout of the game. 1 down here in the third. And Whitaker comes up. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be another swing and miss. Now all of a sudden the Ryan Express is on the rail. 2 back-to-back strikeouts. Can the Ryan Express strike out the side here? And that's going to be a ground ball down to Elvis. That'll end the inning. A 1-2-3 top of the third. To the bottom of the third we go. And the bottom third of the order due up here for the Rangers. Elvis, Ryan, and then back to Rivers. And Elvis is batting .214 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. 41 and a 1. And that's going to be an error on Scherzer. That's an E1. Elvis gets aboard here. And they're going to ask Ryan to lay down the bunt. Ryan's 0 for 5 on the year. And that's a nice bunt. That is bunted down to third. Cabrera's up with it. Fires over the first with Whitaker covering. And the runner will get in scoring position. Now with 1 out. And Mickey Rivers is up. Rivers is 0 for 1 today. And he gets a hold of this one. Blasts this ball in the right field. And let's see here. Elvis has got great speed. 1 down here. Can Rangers get on the board. That'll be a 4. That'll be a 44. A 31. So that will be a 61 or lower. He's safe. And he's in there. So that's an RBI single by Rivers. And it's 1-0 Texas. And Mickey Rivers down at first. And they're going to do a little hit and run. Keep them out of the double play with Kinsler up. And that's going to be, and that's exactly what's going to do. Keep them out of the double play. And that'll be a 6-3 put out. The runner will get down the second. And now you got Hamilton up with an insurance run down at second. Hamilton walked his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Colavito makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. But the RBI single by Rivers makes it 1-0 Texas. We go to the top of the third. You got the C's due up. CCC, Cash, Cabrera, and Colavito. The CCC brothers. Norman's 1 for 1. Got the hit back there in the first. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Ryan doesn't strike him out. Yeah, Ryan strikes him out. Round number 1. And now Cabrera comes up. And he's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. And Ryan now is up to 5 strikeouts in the game. Can he strike the side out in Colavito? He flew out to right his first time up. And that is good morning, good afternoon, good night. 1, 2, 3 goes the Tigers. Ryan strikes him out. He's up to 6 strikeouts now, folks. We go to the bottom of the 4th in a 1-0 Rangers lead. Palmera, Howard, and Rodriguez is up as Aaron Reed joins us here. Check out his great channel. Palmera 0 for 1. And that's going to be a double in the right field. And the Rangers got an insurance run in scoring position with nobody out. And Frank Howard comes to the plate. Frank's 0 for 1 today. And he drives this ball out into the outfield. Will it be able to score? Palmera doesn't have a lot of speed. And that's going to be a single in the left field. And with nobody out, Palmera is going to stop at third. So now you got first and third. Nobody out for Rodriguez. And they're going to play back for the double play. They don't want a big inning here. Rodriguez struck out his first time up against Scherzer. And that's going to be a infield. 9, 5. That's going to be a fly ball out in shallow left field. Trammell makes the catch. And the runners will hold. So now there's 1 down. And Hank's up. And Blaylock was a strikeout victim his first time up. And that's going to be a catcher. 56 and a 9. And that's barely column number 1. Runners picked off third. Ain't that crazy? That's a strike, and he picks him off at third. Unbelievable. So now there's 2 outs and a runner down at first, and the 0-1 pitch to Hank. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Whitaker goes over to second with it. That's a 4-6 put out, and the Rangers come up empty with a piss poor base running. It's still 1-0. We go to the top of the 5th. Ordonez, Granderson, and Freehan do up here against the Ryan Express. And Ordonez is 0 for 1 today. And That's going to be a fly ball out to Mickey, and that'll be out number 1. And now you got Granderson up. And Curtis, he singled his first time up, reached second on an error. And he drives this ball into the gap out in the left center field. And that brown-eyed handsome man's making a turn for third, and he's in there with a triple, folks. So now the tying run down to third, and Mr. Beal is up. Bill Freon with a runner in scoring position, 1 out. And the Rangers, they're going to bring the infield in. So Bill's 0 for 1, struck out against Ryan. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Howard's out there, doesn't have much of an arm. We'll have to re-roll a dice here. And that's going to be, I'm sure it's going to score Granderson easy. Like I say, Frank does not have much of an arm. Yep, and that's going to score Granderson with no throw. And then we got us a tie ball game, folks. 2 outs now in a 1-1 game, nobody on. And Mr. Scherzer comes to the plate. And Max is 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And Hank's over to first, and that'll end the inning. But the sacrifice fly ties it up. To the bottom of the 5th we go in a 1-1 game. And you got Elvis, Ryan, and Rivers due up. See, Detroit leaves Texas here and goes back home to take on the Yankees for 3 games, and then Boston comes aboard. Elvis, he reached on an error and scored the only run of the ball game for Texas. Here's the pitch to Elvis, and that ball is high, that ball is far, and Elvis has left the building, folks. Kiss it goodbye. It is now a 2-1 lead as Elvis hits his second home run of the year and gives the Ryan Express another 1-run lead. And speaking of the Ryan Express, he's up. He had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Max bounces back from the homer, strikes out Nolan. And back to the top of the order in Mickey Rivers. He's 1 for 2. He had an RBI single back in the 3rd. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts. So after giving off that lead-off homer, Scherzer trying to strike the side out here. Ian Kinsler comes up. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out to short twice. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Granderson. That'll end the inning. But the homer by Elvis makes it a 2-1 game as we go to the top of the 6th with the top of the order due up. Whitaker, Trammell, and Cash. And Lou's 0 for 2, struck out his last time up. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. And Ryan's got his number today. That's Ryan's 7th strikeout of the game. And now Trammell's up. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Mickey in center. 2 quick outs here in the 6th. And Norm Cash, he is 1 for 2. Singled and struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. Now the tying runs down at first. Go ahead and runs out to plate and Cabrera with 2 down. And Cabrera 0 for 2, struck out his last time up. And that's going to be against the righty. 14. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. And Cash will stop at second with 2 outs. Now you got first and second. Now they go ahead and run on first. Tying run at second. And Colavito, who is struggling, folks. And all could be forgiven here. If Rocky can deliver. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout his last time up. 0 for 26 on the year. And that's not going to get it done, folks. Because that ball is by him. And Ryan's throwing nothing but Linda Ronstadt's Blue Bayous. And Colavito goes down on strikes for the 2nd time today. And the Tigers strand two. To the bottom of the sixth we go in a 2-1 Rangers lead. You got Hamilton, Palmero, and Howard do up to 3, 4, 5 hitters. And Josh is 0 for 1. He's walked in the game. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Nope, that's going to be a ground ball down to Trammell. Trammell's up with the fires over the first. And there's one down. And Palmera's up now. He's 1 for 2 with a double his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Granderson in deep center field. He makes the catch near the track. And there's 2 down. And it's up to Hondo. Frank Howard, can he get this inning started here with a 1 for 2 outing so far? Did single his last time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. So the Rangers got a 2-out base runner. And Ivan Rodriguez comes up 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be against the righty. 17 and an 8. And that is going to be a pop up down the short. Trammell calls for it, makes the catch. And that'll end the side. Howard gets stranded. To the top of the seventh we go. The Rangers hanging on to a 2-1 lead. They'll be facing Ordonez, Granderson, and Freehan. And Ordonez is 0 for 2. He's flown out to Mickey twice. And this time he goes the other way with it. That ball drops in front of Howard. And that'll be a leadoff single. So now the tying run at first, go ahead run at the plate. And Granderson, who is 2 for 2, he's figured out the Ryan Express. He has a single, reached second on an error, and a triple, and came around to score the only run for the Tigers so far. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and the Ryan Express got him this time. 9 strikeouts for Nolan. Now he'd like to see a double play out of Bill here. Bill's 0 for 1. He had a sacrifice fly his last time up. Driving the only run. That's going to be a wild pitch. So Nolan throws that one away. That gets rid of the double play chance. And now the runner's down at second. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Bill. And he makes him pay for it, I think. Yep, that's going to be a single in the right field. No speed and no arm. So this could be interesting here. No speed and no arm. That'll be a 46. And they're going to send him. So the no speed and no arms getting sent. And it's going to be a 46 or lower. He's safe. And Howard throws him out at the plate. So a single. And he gets thrown out at the plate. Nice job by Howard. Now there's 2 outs, a runner down at first, and it's still a 2-1 game. A little tip of the cap there for Frank Howard. And that brings up Max Scherzer now. It's one reason you had to send him. Couldn't count on the pitcher delivering here. And Max, he's 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded out. Watch him get a hit because that's how it always is, right? And that's going to be a pop up down the third. Hank calls for it, makes the catch. That'll end the seventh. We go to the 7th inning stretch and a 2-1 Texas lead. Bottom third due up here. Blaylock, Elvis, and Ryan. Hank is 0 for 2 today. Here's the pitch to Hank. And that's a base on balls. I don't get the bullpen up because we may pitch hit for Nolan here. So the bullpen's up. Elvis comes to the plate, and he homered his last time up, folks, to give the Rangers a 2-1 lead. He's 1 for 2 with that home run. He did reach his other time he has scored both runs for the Rangers. And that's not what he wanted to see. That's a tailor-made double play ball. Just what the doctor ordered for Max. 6-4-3. And now there's 2 outs. And Nolan will bat for himself here. With 2 outs and nobody on. He's 0 for 1. He's at a bunt and a strikeout. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Max strikes Nolan out for the second time. We go to the top of the 8th. It's still 2-1 Texas. The top of the order's due up here against Nolan. They will have the bullpen ready. If anybody gets on base, they'll be pulling Nolan. Whitaker is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice against Ryan. And that's going to be strikeout number 3. Lou Whitaker gets the hat trick here, and that's 10 strikeouts for Nolan. Now Alan Trammell comes to the plate. He's also 0 for 3. He has grounded out twice and flown out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Howard. Waits for it, makes the catch, and there's 2 away here in the 8th. And now you got Mr. Cash. He's 1 for 2. He has walked, struck out, and singled. And that's going to be a base on balls. And that might be it for the Ryan Express here. You got Cabrera up. And they're going to bring in Russell. Russell will come in here and try to get the last out here in the 8th. We're sticking to our guns, taking Ryan out once there's a base runner. So Ryan goes 7 2/3. 6 hits, 1 run. There's a runner on first, his responsibility. So we'll see what happens here as Russell's coming into the game. Yeah, Cash going to walk. The line is right. So Jeff Russell comes into the game. And this is Russell's 3rd appearance. No record. He's got a lofty ERA, 17.18. So let's take a look here. He obviously got lit up sometime. See what game he got lit up in. He gave his last game out against Toronto. Gave up 5 hits on 5 runs and 2 homers. So let's see if he can do a little better here. He only needs to get 1 out. Cabrera's up. Time run at first. Go ahead, run at the plate. Cabrera's 1 for 3. He singled his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Kinsler. 42 and a 7. That'll be fielding column 3. Fielding column 2, rather. And that's going to be an E4. As Kinsler bobbles the ball, everybody's safe. Now the go-ahead runs to first, and Colavito's up. And if you're the Tigers, this is not who you want up. Of course, you can say he's due. He is 0 for 3 today. He's glad to see Ryan out of there. He struck out his last 2 times. 0 for 3 today, 0 for 27. Not anymore, folks. Not anymore. That ball is hit hard, out into the gap, and let's see here. Out into the gap in left field. That's going to tie this ball game up. Let's see here if Cabrera can score. Not much speed. That'll be a 52. Hamilton's got a damn good arm. +4. Now 20. And who's up after this? Ordonez a 20. They're going to send him a 42 or lower. And he's safe, and they take the lead. And he's in there. That's a 2 RBI double by Colavito, his first hit of the year. And he gives the Tigers A 3-2 lead. How about that? As Russell comes in, of course the air didn't help him. He should be on earned runs. Let's check. Make sure, because they should be out of the inning. Should be out of the inning. Kinsler with that costly air. Yep. Ryan now is off the hook. He can't win or lose this game. Now you got Ordonez up with the Tigers up 3-2. 2 outs, a runner down at second, and Ordonez is 1 for 3, singled his last time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. And Russell is screwing the pooch here. Now you got first and second. And can the Tigers bust this game open all of a sudden? Trailing 2-1 coming into the eighth, leading 3-2. Granderson having a fine game. He's 2 for 3 with a single, a triple. He did strike out his last time up. And that's going to be against the righty. That's going to be a 15. And that's going to be a single in the center field. And even with Colavito's speed, he's going to score easily. Of course, Mickey doesn't have much of an arm. The question is, can Ordonez get down the third? And he will. So that's an RBI single by Granderson. And now you got first and third and 2 outs. All of these are unearned runs, folks, and it is now a 4-2 game. And Bill comes to the plate, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Sacrifice fly back in the fifth. And that'll do it. That's going to be a ground ball down the second. 55 and a 9. That'll be fielding column 1. And he'll go to short way. Kinsler makes the play this time, but too little, too late. The error cost him, and it is now a 4-2 Tigers lead as we go to the bottom of the third. The Rangers will have Rivers, Kinsler, and Hamilton due up here. And they're going to let Max try to get through this eighth inning here. He's due up to lead off the ninth. But the bullpen is ready if they need it. Rivers is 1 for 3 today. He singled and drove in a run. Struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a base hit. So Mick gets aboard here with an infield hit. So Mickey's down at first. And Kinsler's up. Can he bounce back? And I think that's going to be it for Scherzer. They let him have one base runner. Do they make a double switch is what the question is. They're going to let Bill stay in the game. So no, they're not going to do a double switch. They're just going to bring in somebody to get through this inning. And who you got? You got the righties and 2 lefties coming up. So Hank's going to come in. He'll face Kinsler, the right-hander. Then the 2 lefties are due up after that. So Hank's coming in the game. It's one thing the Tigers got is lefties in the bullpen. Sure. They are loaded with lefties. So this is Hank's third appearance. No record, no ERA, a runner down at first, nobody out. Tying run at the plate, and Kinsler, who had the costly error, he's 0 for 3, grounded out twice and flown out. Can he make up for it here? And that's going to be popped up. Nope, that's a swing and a miss. Hank strikes him out. So now there's 1 down. Josh Hamilton comes to the plate. And are they going to let Hamilton hit? That is the question. And I think you got to go with Gonzalez. So Hamilton's coming out of the game. They're going to bring in a righty in to face Hank. So Hamilton comes out of the game. Gonzalez is going to pitch hit for him. Let's see here. Where's Mr. Gonzalez? Juan gone Gonzalez. Why in the hell is that damn? Trying to get rid of this so it's not on the screen. Okay. Get rid of the taskbar. That's what I'm trying to get rid of. Still there. So Gonzalez. Damn taskbar. What the? There, we got rid of it. Gonzalez. He's batting .350 on the year. He's got 3 homers and 4 RBIs. A runner down at first, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Hank. And that ball is ripped into the gap in right field, folks. Against the lefty. That's going to be hit in the left field. And let's see if Rivers can score here from first. The bullpens are blowing this game with 1 out. I think they're going to hold him up. They are. Mickey's going to hold up. So now you got second and third. Second and third. Tying run in scoring position. 1 out. As Gonzalez comes off the bench and delivers a double. And now you're going to have Rafael Palmeiro, or are you? Or is Rafael going to be pulled back here? And I think he is. So we're going to have a pitch hitter for Palmeiro. And old Tex is going to come off the bench here, I think. Yep. So Tex is going to come off the bench. See if he can deliver here with 1 out. And he'll stay in the game and play first. And he'll bat from the right side. And Texas batting .235. Mark is with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. They're going to play back for the out. That run means nothing at third. So here's the pitch to Mark. And that's going to be against the lefty. A 22 and a 9. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And Granderson's out there. We'll have to re-roll a dice. And that's a 1. And do we want a chance? Because his run means nothing, but that'll take a 2-out hit. So that's a 41. $29. Of course, Gonzalez, if they throw it home, he's definitely going to third on the throw. So it'll be a 29. 29. Do they even make the throw? That's the question. Then a wild pitch could tie the game up. They're not even going to make the throw. That's going to be a sacrifice fly. They're going to let the run score, throw it in, and keep Gonzalez at second. That run means nothing. So now it's a 1-run game. Runner down at second and 2 outs. And Frank Howard's up. And Howard is 1 for 2. He walked his last time up. And here's the pitch to Frank. And that's going to be a ground ball. Ground ball down the first. Cash fields it cleanly. Tosses it over to Hank. And that'll end the inning. But the Rangers score 1, make it a 4-3 game as we go to the top of the 9th. See who's going to come out here and pitch and hit and do all this good stuff. So Russell's definitely not staying in this game after what he did in the 8th inning. see here. We're going to take Howard out of the game. Put some defense. Well, I don't know. Let's see here. See what we got. First, we got to put Tex. Tex is going to stay in the game and play first. And Gonzalez can go over to right field for Howard. And then we can take Howard out. That's what we're going to do. So Gonzalez is going to come in the game and play right field. And we're going to take Howard out. And who are we going to bring in the pitch here? Who's going to come in and pitch? Sure isn't going to be Russell. Not going to be Russell. Who we got coming up here? We're going to have a pitch hitter for Hank, then a lefty, then a righty. Let's see what the bench looks like. They have no lefties on the bench, so it's going to be two righties is what we'll look at. And is Wetland going to come in the game here? That is the question. Let's see here. I don't think it's going to be Wetland. I think it's going to be Dave Baldwin is going to come in. So Baldwin's going to come in. Let's make sure we got somebody who can come in and play left field. Rusty can come in and play left. So that's what we're going to do. So Rusty will come in and play left. Baldwin will come in and bat there. So that's what we're doing. So Baldwin comes in. He's going to bat in the 5 spot. And Rusty's going to come in off the bench and bat in the 9 spot. Alrighty, there we go. A lot of changes for the Rangers. Now we need a pitch hitter here for Hank, with the Tigers already up 4-3. Let's see here. Who's going to come off the bench? Like I say, they have no lefties on the bench. So let's see who they want to bring off the bench here. Let's see. They're going to bring Fielder. Fielder's going to come in, try to tie the game up. Well, put them up by one more run. They're not worried about base runners. So Fielder's going to come in. You're not going to bring him in for defensive purposes, because he can't field worth a crap. So we'll go with Fielder here. It'll be Fielder, Whitaker, and Trammell. Fielder is batting .304, 2 homers and 4 RBIs. Dave, his 5th appearance, he has 1 save with a 1.5 ERA. Here's the pitch to Fielder, and that ball 4. Fielder will walk down to first. So Fielder's down at first with nobody out, and Whitaker. And the Tigers trying to add to this 4-3 lead. And Whitaker's 0 for 4 today. He has struck out 3 times and flown out. So he's glad to see Max out of there. Here's the pitch to Lou. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And that'll get the runner. Let's see here. That'll get the runner out. And Whitaker beats the throw down the first. So that'll be a 4-6 put out. Now Whitaker's down at first for the 1 out. And Trammell's up. And Trammell's 0 for 4. They're going to do a little hit and run here. Try to get the back going for Trammell here. And that's going to be a 8. That'll be a 9-20 here. That's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Rusty comes in the game and the ball finds him. And Whitaker will get back to first. Now there's 2 outs. And it's up to Norm Cash to add to this 4-3 lead. Cash is 1 for 2. He's walked twice. Came around to score once. Here's the pitch to Norm. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes. Can he take advantage of this 2-0 count? And he does. Norm Cash gets a hold of this. See where this ball ends up at. And that ball is driven into the gap and right field. And they misplay it a little bit. Gonzalez just came in the game. And Norm Cash is putting on the Jets. He's headed for third, folks. That's an RBI triple from Norm Cash. Makes it a 5-3 game. Now you got a runner down at third. 2 outs. And Cabrera at the plate. He's 1 for 4. Reached on an error and came around to score back in the 8th. A costly error by Kinsler. That's going to be a base on balls. And now all of a sudden it's 1st and 3rd. And they can't afford to give up any more runs. They're down by 2 now. Needed to keep it a 1-run game. 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. And Rocky Colavito got his first hit of the year. That was a 2 RBI double. 1 for 4 today. Can he do it again, folks? Here's the pitch to Rocky. And that's going to be a base on balls. He walks the guy hitting 036 and loads the bases for Ordonez. No place to put him. Tigers everywhere you look. Look at the CCC boys. Cash, Cabrera, and Colavito on the pads. And Ordonez at the plate. 1 for 3. He walked his last time up. And that's going to be against the righty. 22. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Gonzalez. He plays this one nicely. Makes the catch. The Tigers strand 3, leave the bases loaded, but they score 1, make it a 5-3 game. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. And Hiller's coming out. John's coming out trying to get the save here. So John comes out of the bullpen. He'll have the bottom 3rd due up here when he comes out. Trying to win this game. They have lost 2 games here in Texas. Trying to get a win to leave town. So you got Rodriguez, Blaylock, and Elvis due up. Vaughn is 0 for 3. John Hiller, this is his 5th appearance. He's 1-0 with 2 saves and a 3.6 ERA. Here's the pitch to Rodriguez. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Vaughn Rodriguez out for out number 1. And now you got Hank Blaylock, who's 0 for 2. He is struck out, grounded into a fielder's choice, and walked his last time up. Or do they pitch hit for him? I think they're going to pitch hit for Hank here. That'll be it for Hank. They're pulling out all the stops here. Not going to let him bat. And Gus, Buddy Bell's coming off the bench. Buddy's going to come off the bench here for Blaylock against the lefty. And Buddy Bell is batting .267 on the year with a homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. These Rangers ain't done yet, folks. 1 out, 1 on. As Buddy delivers a pitch hit single. And Elvis is up, folks. And Elvis has left the building once. He's 1 for 3 with a homer. Can he do it again? He also grounded into a 6-4-3 double play his last time up. Here's the pitch to Elvis. That's going to be against the left. You got 22 and a 10. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Colavito in the gap, makes the catch, takes a hit away from Elvis. There's 2 down, and Rusty's up. Rusty came into the game on a double switch. He's batting .235 on the year, 1 homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. John strikes him out. And the Tigers hold on to win 5-3 to get a win here. Yeah, exactly, Aaron. You're right. And now we'll check out the box score here as the Tigers finally get a win in Texas. And the Tigers 5 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. The Rangers 3 runs, 7 hits and 2 errors, and that was a costly error. Granderson was 3 for 4 with an RBI. And Norm Cash was 2 for 3 with an RBI. Tigers were 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position. You had Cash and Granderson both hitting triples in this game. They left 10 men on base. Tigers did. Had chances to blow the game open. Mickey Rivers was 2 for 4. Has gotten that batting average up now to 368. Rivers is off to a great start. The Rangers were 2 for 5 with Elvis hitting a homer. He was 1 for 2. And the Rangers left 6 men on base. Matt Scherzer gets the win. He goes to 2-1, 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, only 2 of them earned. Walked 3, struck out 5, gave up the homer. Hank comes in, pitches 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. John Hiller gets his 3rd save, 1 inning, 1 hit, and 2 strikeouts. Nolan, he gets a no decision, pitched a damn good game. 7 2/3, 6 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned. The defense really let the Rangers down today. He walked 2, struck out 10. Russell comes in, blows the save, gets the loss. He's 0-1. Again, it wasn't completely his fault. A third of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, neither one of them earned. Walked 1. Bolden comes in, adds a little gas to the fire. 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run, and walk 3. Take a look here at the standings and leaderboard in the American League. And the Yankees are now 6 games up on Baltimore. The Blue Jays and Red Sox, the Orioles are 5.5 games back. The Blue Jays and Red Sox are 6 games back. Tampa Bay's 8 games back. Kansas City is now a game and a half up on the Tigers with the win, the Indians and the Twins. And the White Sox are 3 games back. And with the loss, the Rangers are leading the West by 3 games over the Angels and 4.5 over Seattle and Oakland. Mickey Rivers is back in the lead in the batting title with that 368 average. Ramirez with 6 homers leading the American League, and Roger Maris with his 13 RBIs. Yeah, it was a tough game for Nolan. A no decision, but yeah, tough game. Pitched a damn good game not to get anything out of it. And Zach Greinke still leading the American League with a 0.75 ERA. Got 4 pitchers, 2 of which are with the Rangers with 3 wins on the year. And John Wetland for the Rangers with 6 saves on the year, leading the American League. And Kenny Lofton's leading the league in the MVP voting. Tim Wakefield leading in the Cy Young. And let's take a look here. The next game on the channel is going to be in a National League game. Let's see who it's going to be here. Let's see. It's going to be the San Diego Padres traveling to San Francisco to take on the Giants. Ed Whitson against the Freak, Tim Lincecum. Should be a hell of a game. See how many game series this is. 2. Just a 2-game series. Yeah, it looks like a 2-game series. Let's check and make sure. Looks like just a 2-game series. Yep, just a 2-game series between the Padres and the Giants. And that'll be what's up next. I want to thank Parallel League. Oh, you're welcome, buddy. Thank you for tuning in. And I want to also thank Aaron Reed for tuning in. Check out his great channel. And if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, hit that like button. None of it costs you a dime and it helps out the channel. Till next time, folks, y'all have a great day and take care.